This is the I'm Local podcast with Lincoln.
Hey guys, I want to welcome you to the I'm Local podcast. Today, I'm talking with Shanna Amoah. Shanna, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Lincoln. Thanks for having me.
All right, awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna jump on in here. I want you to just talk a little bit about your business, Party by Design. So tell us a little bit. I want you to start from the beginning. Like, tell us, like, how did you get started? How did this all come about for you?
The Party by Design, I started 5 years ago. I was working a corporate job. I ended up leaving that job after 13 years. Very good, position, great salary. Everything was okay. I just ended up parting ways. Rather not say why, but I was unemployed. So during that time, my daughter was turning 8 years old, and I was thinking, well, what can I do for this 8-year-old birthday party? So we ended up having a paint party at the house, and we had about 25 kids at the time. And I was looking around before the party to try to find somewhere that was reasonable, price, location, you name it. And I just couldn't really find a place or one that was in my budget. So we did it at home. And then I started doing some online research and investigation and found, wow, this could be a very lucrative, profitable, and fun, entertaining business if this is something I want to do since I'm no longer working right now. So I did. So I started the business using a local business to host my parties. Did that for a couple of months. That didn't work out. Then I went somewhere else and did that for a couple of months there, concentrating on children's parties, children's themed parties, birthdays, date nights, stuff like that, holiday parties, you name it. And then I decided, well, I think I can do this myself. Let me find a space of my own. So I found a spot in Stockbridge off of Hudson Bridge Road. And beknownst to myself and my husband, COVID was looming. Now we heard of it, but we didn't know it was something that was here to stay.
Right.
So got the business, signed a contract January, got the keys February 1st, ended up having a ribbon cutting on, I want to say the 10th, grand opening on the 14th, and was told to close 3 days later. You need to close because of COVID. So we were closed for a couple months. And then I started researching what can I do, and also spoke with a good friend of mine, Miss Stephanie Smith, and was like, what can I do? And she's like, what about doing paint kits? And I said, good idea. Let me research that. So I found a couple out in California that was doing it, and I said, can you help me get started? What can I do, and how can I make this work? So I decided to use the storefront. I ended up opening the doors, doing a couple of samples, selling $8 paint kits for kids and adults, and it just kind of flew off. So I was able to do that for several more months until, we got the okay or the lift to go ahead and open the doors. And so I did, and it was really slow in Lincoln. I did that for a while, for about another 2 years, and it just never really picked up to the depth that I thought was suitable or feasible for income for me and my family to sustain. You know what I mean?
I got it. Yes, I know it.
I ended up closing the doors, but I remain mobile. And to this day, I am still mobile. So you've probably seen me around town and whatever. I do work with local city municipalities, with our school, with our government, with homes, private residents. We do birthday parties, date nights, a lot of fall festivals and holiday events with the cities, like I said. So still pretty relevant, and it can always be better, but I'm still here.
Absolutely.
I'm still here.
Yes. No, look, you shared a mouthful there because, you went, but you went full cycle. I mean, you talk about starting your business and then going through COVID, and then, just not having the volume, and that's real. That's real in this day and age. It's it's tough being an entrepreneur and getting that going and getting the word out. But one thing, and I've told you this before, you are such an inspiration for those of us in the community, because we see how you working, right? You got your business up and running, went through all of this, pivot to go mobile, and you're still doing that mobile. I commend you, because
Thank you.
it's not easy, but a lot of people, a lot of us don't embrace the journey, because it is a journey, and for you to really, how you operate and how you do business is just commendable on how you handle everything. So, and you're everywhere in the community, so we see you everywhere, we see you doing stuff. So a question I wanted to ask you along that path. So when it came to funding your business, did you go and get a loan? Was this bootstrap? You and your husband say, we're gonna go and make this happen. How did you start like that?
So I would say a little bit of both. Using some money that I did get from my company, because I was there for 13 years. Also using money from my husband. He used money from savings, and then a little bit of bootstrapping. To have used that, and then to lose it, and to never really get your footing back, it still hurts. It really does still hurt. But just to say, we're still here and we're still going.
That's right. That's right. Going. So that and that's perfectly fine. And so what I want to ask you is, like, how like the next step for you, like, with Party by Design. I know you're mobile right now. Like, what are you looking for right now? What's the next step where we're taking this back? What do you think?
So right now, I really don't know the fate of Party by Design. What I do know is I'm still doing business. I still get calls. I'm still working on appointments coming up for the holidays. Hoping to start a new venture with a entertainment establishment. Doing something with communities in school, with the Stockbridge Middle School soon. I'm still doing business, still getting appointments, still booking holiday parties, still working with local businesses around town. I like to partner with businesses to do things just to stay relevant,
Absolutely.
But as far as for me and my family to be able to eat and survive, I ended up picking up a part-time job, which is, not so part-time really in a way, because it still takes a lot of my time and takes me being out there, if you will, in the field. So I'm a marketing director with Jonesboro Road, Lord Jesus, let me take that back. Marketing director with Zaxby's on Jonesboro Road. Yes.
Okay.
And so I'm in the community a lot, still doing that. So I still get to see a lot of my customers, and still new ones, that we can help facilitate business with. So sometimes I have a need for a paint party and to feed them at the same time. So it kind of works hand in hand.
That's right. That's right. So you can kill two birds with one stone. I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this question. This is real, because I feel you. So, all right, you transitioning and saying, okay, I got to feed my family. This is something that I got to do. I'm working at Zaxby's and making that happen. How did that feel for you? Like, from an entrepreneur, because you got the entrepreneurial spirit and you're doing that, and then you say, okay, I got to do this. What were the feelings that you were feeling as this was going
on? I would say somewhat let down, but also at the same time happy, because it's something that I needed and still need. Would I love a storefront again eventually? Sure, I definitely would. Would I like that storefront to be staffed? Yes, I would. Would I like to make a good living? Yes, I would. That is something that I do think about often, but being stuck in that predicament for so long And I know they say COVID, but some businesses were thriving just fine without COVID.
That's true. Yeah.
It's a little heartbreaking, and it makes you double think. Is this something that I really want to do? Again,
Right.
put
Right.
myself through that type of hurt and pain.
Yes.
And even Lincoln, when I pull together events around town, mask and margaritas, or moms and margaritas or whatever, and have it at a restaurant, it's hard to get people to come out and support. So
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
seeing that,
Yeah.
I'm not too keen on jumping right out to go get another establishment and then be stuck with a lease and, bills
Absolutely.
that come with
Absolutely.
it, and that time that if you don't have an employee there, you have to be there,
You have to be the one. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You hit the nail on the head. For so many businesses, and entrepreneurs and small businesses that are out here, it is truly something. It's a sacrifice that you have to make, especially the work that you put into it, and then for people not to show up, and it hurts.
Mhm.
But that's why I wanted to highlight that, because I want people to know, listening and watching to this, that it's not all a bed of roses, when you think about it. And really, at the end of the day, when you boil it all down, it's family. Family
Mhm.
is the one of the most important, the God first family,
Yes.
and really being around your family and being able to enjoy. We have dreams and aspirations and things that we want to do, but at
Mhm.
the end of the day, we got to make it happen, and we got to do whatever it takes to make it happen for our family. So,
That's
I
true.
appreciate you being true to that, and to that motto. So, and wrapping up, I want to ask you, like, what advice would you give someone that an entrepreneur, small business owner, or whatever, and they have an idea and they want to get started? What advice would you give them?
I will say, think about it long and hard. Map it out. Talk to someone that you see is doing it well. Talk to someone you see that's not doing it so well, because sometimes doing it well can just be an appearance. So
Right.
maybe sit with someone, just do your research to maybe it's location, maybe it's that time of year, I'm not sure, but just do research. Talk to someone that's doing it before you just jump in.
Yeah, yeah, that's great
You have
advice.
to.
Great advice. Great advice. So, Shanna, I just want to thank you for being real, being vulnerable, sharing your story, and just letting us know where you are and what you're doing, guys. You're listening to this, you're watching this. Go support Shanna and her business, Party by Design. She's mobile, and like she said, that's something that's still there, but also she's at Zaxby's, and you guys have events that are going on in the community, and call her and support her and what she's doing in this community, because this woman is phenomenal. She's a great asset to Henry County, and we just appreciate it. So thank you so much for being on, Shannon. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so I've got to give a plug to Henry County Chamber of Commerce. That's where I met you. That's where, we do a lot of
Yes.
work around the community. That's how I got the job at Zaxby's basically. I went to a ribbon cutting and was pretty much hired on the spot. So shout out to
Wow.
Chamber of Commerce.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Henry for music. Shout out to a lot of other organizations I'm in, our schools. I'm on the
Yes.
Dutchtown PTO Advisory Council at Hampton High and Hampton Middle. So just shout out to Henry County altogether. So I appreciate you
Absolutely.
having me on. I really do.
Well, look, you are Henry, and you are local, and we appreciate you. So thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day,
All right.
Lincoln. Thanks for
Okay. You
having me.
too.
This is the I'm Local podcast with Lincoln.